Oh. Why are you doing what? Where's it? Why am I upset about the design of Natlan characters and Genshin character design in general? As someone who studies video games, it's all just this. Have you guys seen this trend? Why I'm mad about stupid baby shit? I forgot there was this one. Just type. That's what I was saying. Just type. It's all just people drawing their tweets now. There was this one. Oh, I wish I could find it. Oh man, I don't know if I'll be able to find it. I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about. But like, it was this guy saying my workplace trauma. He drew like this kind of thread, but it was about his workplace trauma. I wish I saved it. I forgot to save it. And then it was literally just like you read the thread and you're like, oh, workplace trauma. So what do you think when you say workplace trauma? Was it like a coworker that like assaulted them physically, emotionally? But no, like the whole thread was just like, you just had a shitty coworker, and you spent. You see that, Whopper, please tell me you have it, Whopper. No, but Whopper, please. I need that thread. It actually drove me insane. I'm just like, yeah, this woman's a bitch, but trauma. I was expecting, like, I was genuinely expecting some like chicanery, like she what's it, compromised your job so you like get blacklisted from the industry, like she like started stalking you outside your house. This is what I'm expecting when I hear trauma, you know? Fuck my life, man. I don't have it. I'm gonna try and look it up real quick, chat. I'm gonna see if I can find this. Where's this fucking thread, man? It was such a stupid thread. I honestly. I wish I could find it. False advert. I'm so sorry. I can't find it. Why am I at SpongeBob SquarePants? A thread. Where's the original? Oh, I found a parody. I found a parody, but where's the original? I'm trying to see if someone can. I'm looking through the thread to see if anyone can find it. Oh, did it get deleted? Oh, chat, it got deleted. Here it was. Here was the thread. I found it, but it got deleted. Oh no! This was the one, Ballpot. Is this the one you're talking about? This fucking stupid thing? Oh no! I would love to. Oh, this was. I would love to have read this with. I'm gonna try and find it, chat. I'm gonna try and find it. It was. I'm telling you, I'm here. It was so bad. I want to see if someone like re-uploaded it. It was literally just like my coworker was just being kind of mean to, and then there was one part, image search the thumbnail. Let me see if I can do that. Let me see. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. I'm here. Walpole, you're a genius. Jarvis. Let's reverse image search this image, shall we? Let's see if we can find it. I want an internet scavenger. I'm telling you, it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it, I promise you. This is it's so bad. Okay. Here we go. Let's see if I can find the archive. Okay, I found the original. Oh, I found someone who has the original link. Where's the archive? Have you got an archive? Oh, guys. We found it. Chat, we found it. Are you ready? Are you ready for some like absolute like nonsensory? I'm here for it, chat. Okay, it's all the individual images. We got it, chat. We found it. So someone archived it. This is brilliant. Okay. So the thread is this was titled originally. This was titled. Here we go. This was titled "That One Coworker." Content warning, microaggressions, toxic positivity, emotional abuse. Like, okay. So first from the content warnings, I'm like, I can see someone being toxically positive. You know what? You know, hey, listen, so coworkers can sometimes be really shitty. Let's keep an open mind here. All right. So here's the first one. During the pandemic, I was struggling for work for a while when I got an amazing opportunity to interview for a project hire position at a major studio. Okay. Next image. Looking back, I should have seen it as a red flag, but the hiring manager would end up being my supervisor. Scheduled a quick follow-up meeting, noting that one of the colleagues, hang on. Looking back, I should have seen. So this is nonsense. But basically, one of the interviewers was like, "Why were you so nervous? Why were you so nervous to one of my colleagues?" That's what this is essentially. Why were you so nervous during the interview? Which is a bit of a weird question to ask, to be fair. So he replies, "I really need the job, so I tried to make myself come as strong and compelling And if I came across as nervous, it was due to my mental and emotional impact of the lockdown. Okay, so you know what? A bit weird that you would be asked why are you nervous in the middle of an interview. But so far, if you're asking me, I would see that as one of those things that's a bit strange, but nothing to make note of. It became very clear when I got the job who that person was going to be. Look at them, guys. They look so smug. They look so smug, don't they? So then, what happened when they started the job? Let's find out. Initially, things went well between myself and this coworker. I tried opening up to them to build understanding and camaraderie. Yeah, I'm sort out with my family, but it's complicated. And the coworker says, how so? Is this where the trauma starts? Chat, are you ready? This one's kind of low quality, but pretty soon it started out that this person had already decided who I was. The traumatized person says, well, my parents are from different generations. That along with me, my mum being very religious, made me think that something was wrong with me. To which the angry coworker says, there's nothing wrong with you. Do you feel the trauma already, guys? The coworker saying, there's nothing wrong with you. I'm already feeling traumatized. You just need to recognize your value and self-worth. Right, I do. That was a long time ago. How very mean of them, champ. How very mean of them. How very mean of them to say you need to recognize your self-worth. Let's continue. They seem more fixated on how others perceive them. That's why I make sure to only show my children how much I love them, because I'm a good parent, and because that's what a good parent should do. But not too much love. I can't have them being coddled to the point where they won't be able to look out for themselves. So again, bearing in mind, this is the trauma he's talking about. Why is he lying? I don't know. He's a fairy, maybe. This is the trauma he's talking about, by the way. His coworker just kind of saying, yeah, try to be a good parent and show them love, but not too much love because they want to be able to look out for themselves. Again, remember, this person's drawing this. So if they're going to take the effort to draw this, they're going to show the worst of it. They're going to show the worst of it. So let's continue. Surely it gets worse from this, mostly. Surely it gets much worse. Let's see if it gets much worse. Next image is right here. Things took a tense and awkward turn when I apologized for getting the name of a building we're visiting wrong. Oh yeah, we're going to building 42. Oh, you actually mean building 46? Again, very traumatizing, champ. Are you traumatized yet? You better be. I realized apologizing for something like that made no sense. Bad habit coming from an abusive household. So I said, oh, sorry. But I doubt it warranted this response. Don't say sorry. I love how they probably didn't even say it like this. They probably just said, oh, don't say sorry. That's probably how they said it. That's probably how they said it. They were just like, oh, don't say sorry. Don't say sorry. Bearing in mind, that's something I've said to people. I've noticed that, you know, when I hang around with someone who's a bit of an apology Andy, I'm like, oh, no need to apologize. I sometimes like to throw that in there just so they know, hey, listen, chill with the apologies. I've never said it like this, though, and I don't think this person said it. And here's the image after. Here's the reaction after, by the way, guys, if you wanted to know. They're like, awkward. All right, next image. I never liked confrontation, so I tried to just shrug off this coworker's behavior. I didn't know you considered that confrontation personally, but you know, maybe my life is a security guard. Maybe I'm just above the trauma chat. But there were other uncomfortable instances where it became clear I was seen as a project or a person with little to no autonomy. All right. Oh, okay. So we started off with the mild stuff. Now we're gonna get into the crazy stuff, guys. Now we're gonna get into the Are you ready for this craziness? I would say, guys, remember, I'm going to say this one that's coming up is the worst of it. This is the worst crime she did. And I'm not joking. This is genuinely the worst crime she did. Like, when this coworker noticed I was nervous about helping the team at a big convention that would be bringing a lot of people to our booth, what did they do? Out of nowhere, they take me out of my workspace and drive me to meet with their executive level friend at a nearby major studio, assuming this would help me calm my nerves. Now, dragging someone to like meet someone when they're not prepared for it, maybe like a 5% dick move. But like in an industry where like making connections is important, this person helped you meet someone in the industry who's like really high up. What the hell? Maybe on better terms this could have been nicer. What the hell? All this person did was help you meet their executive level friend. A bit of a dick move, sure, but Who cares? That's a good thing. What's wrong with this guy? Yeah, maybe the circumstance is going to be a little better. Maybe. But if right now you were like, I'm like, man, I wish this YouTube thing could pop off for me, and you dragged me by the hand like, Musty, right now, let's go, and you took me to meet like fucking like Scott the Waz, I'd be like, oh shit. I might be like a bit unprepared, but like, oh shit, I don't know, man. But like, yeah, man, what's up, Scott? Shit, bro. You wanna do? Like, you ever do tier lists sometime? Let's do one of those, brother. You know, like, fuck, I'm taking the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So like, maybe like a 2% dick move. That's the worst of it, by the way, guys. Just to cover, that's the worst of it. Artist plus Twitter user is the most lib combo ever, so it makes sense. Oh man, I assume the person making this is supposed to be traumatized before this and they're misinterpreting these actions. Most likely. That's most likely what this is, Sponge. But let's continue laughing at them. Now I know they meant well. So they know they meant amazing. But I didn't ask for that. Honestly, I was just voicing human concern that must have been come across as weak and clearly unacceptable to this person. Also ended up doing extremely well at the event, which had nothing to do with this co-worker's intervention. Okay, well done. You did very well. Well done. But this co-worker was just trying to help. What is happening here? What is happening here? So let's continue, gamers. Let's continue. So, here we go. Next instance. Thanks to my hard work and warm nature, I got the chance to lead orientation where I'd welcome new and returning hires to the company. Okay, so this person's moving on up. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. We'd give out free shirts, tote bags, blah, blah, blah. So they ended up bumping into all of their old co-workers, right? And this person's in a rush. I'm not reading all of this. But yeah, this person's in a rush. They're like running around. They bump into their old co-workers. After explaining why I was such in a rush and not in orientation, the co-worker gave me a look of pure disgust. Like as if being accommodating was a cardinal sin. And I think this is the part I'm just like... Firstly, maybe this co-worker just had like a ticket on their car and maybe they just didn't look that happy. So what, this person wasn't smiling at you for 2 seconds and you interpret it. This is literally just like, what's the term? Neuroticism? Is that what? They're so neurotic. What is happening right now? What's that? Yeah, so it's like if you walk past me and I'm just like yeah, there's like a chance I'm maybe angry at you. Maybe I'm angry at something that happened. Maybe I just woke up at the wrong side of the bed. Maybe I just haven't had my coffee yet. You know us millennials and our coffee. Like, what is happening here? Maybe they're just upset about life, you know? Life gets you down. And what, you made it all about you? God damn. Oh, fucking A. This co-worker's behavior not only got worse after our studio conducted major layoffs, that even impacted our small team. Look at that hunchback, guys. The hunchback of Silicon Valley. Oh, let's continue. They started oversharing very personal, demeaning experiences. The co-worker saying, we had a little misunderstanding and my spouse started yelling at me. My response to that was, did you enjoy reliving that 5-year-old tantrum? That shut him up. They were just sharing a story with another co-worker. Maybe they come across a little shitty, but it's like one of those, and you just kind of move on with your life. And also, why is this traumatizing to you? What's happening here? Why is this relevant to the story? You were being nosy. Maybe that story, maybe they were actually way better off in that story. Maybe the person in question actually was having a 5-year-old tantrum. Maybe they were. Exhibiting clear anger issues. Man, I just really want to punch somebody right now. Guys, I just want to let you guys know, if you ever get into the workforce, you're probably going to think this on the daily. So, if this is the worst of it, if this is the worst of the anger issues, consider yourself lucky. Consider yourself fucking like, what is... There's probably some of you right now in school who probably think this on a daily basis, you know? What is happening? So let's continue. And then... Can you believe this, guys? And then they have the nerve. This co-worker not only has the nerve to hypothetically say they'd punch someone right now, they express an obsessive hatred for birds and create a tense, uncomfortable atmosphere that was already stressful enough given the layoffs, additional work, and unrealistic expectations that came with downsizing. Oh, man. The bird rant. No way. Traumatizing. Oh, this is brilliant. I love this thread. Could not. I was just remember, guys, when I first saw this, I couldn't stop laughing. This was my favorite thing I saw on Twitter that afternoon. At this point, my relationship with that coworker regressed to keeping a professional distance, but with so much mistreatment and not so subtle disdain coming from them, I finally shared my concerns with someone. Yeah, I mean, the bird rant was traumatizing. I'm thinking this guy's a bird. That's probably why he was so offended. He brought him to HR for that. Don't forget the time where the coworker dragged him to another place. Don't forget about that. That was traumatizing, guys. That was traumatizing. Now, I did try and voice some of my concerns with the supervisor early on, but they were quick to dismiss my feelings. They were clearly on the coworker's side. I should have known after noticing similar troubling traits that those two shared, but that's another story I won't get into. Glasses man? Where's the glasses man thread? Hey, yo, lion fella. The glasses man with, like, casual t-shirt needs a thread, okay? If you're telling me this guy also went on a bird rant, we need to know about this. We need to know about this. But also, maybe that coworker was just like, again, trying to play both sides, which is what you do in an office, like a co-work environment. You just want people to get along at all costs. So you're just like, hey, don't worry about it, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. That's just what you do. I think this person doesn't know that you're just a co-worker to them. Why would they take your side? That just makes no sense to me. Like, if I was in the same situation and one coworker was like, man, this person's such a bitch, and I don't have any personal experience with them myself, I'd just be like, yeah, just don't worry about it, just avoid them, just avoid them. That's probably what I would say. Because I'm not taking sides with you. DDoSing the street, true, DDoS it. After sharing practically everything I endured from this toxic coworker with HR, I made the very difficult decision not to extend my project hire status and leave this job. While it could have been a great step forward in my career, I would have come at the expense of my mental health. So this person, because of this coworker, left their career. Remember, this wasn't like they got abused physically, emotionally. You know, like, compromised business-wise. They left. They just straight up left. Because of what? The birds? The birds ran? I'm just saying, guys, if somebody was, like, a mildly shitty coworker to me and I left the security industry because of that, I would have left, like, 7 years ago. Bearing in mind I've been doing this for 8 years. I would have left 7 years ago. Because, yeah, I've had some shitty coworkers, but you just grin and bear it. The worst thing I've done in a bad coworker situation is I've told my manager, please don't put me on shift with them, and they haven't. That's it. Other shitty coworkers have just been like, who cares? Like, they're shit, but here's what it is. Like, as long as they're not actively detrimental, I'm just like, yeah, you have weird thoughts about immigration, buddy. Just I'm just gonna go do the rounds again to avoid talking to you some more. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is. That's how it works. Had I known right away that the unidentified employee who thought I seemed nervous during my interviews would end up being a sanctimonious, abusive, irrational, petty, contrived narcissist with unaddressed trauma and seething rage, I would never have taken that job in the first place. Crazy, huh? 2017 leftist snowflake caricature type personalities. You're so real for that, Walpole. And at the end, they have this they go on this personal rant towards the end. Let me just close out all these tabs as well. So that's the most part of it done. And then the rest of it is just them fucking ranting with their line persona. So really, I don't know what the moral of the story is. Don't presume to know people or where they're coming from, and respect that it's not your right or privilege to uncover that information. Recognize one another's shared humanity. Or maybe don't assume that being stuck in the same office or remote job together gives you free range to violate a colleague's boundaries. What colleague? The fact that I made this comment means I'm currently still grappling with this troll. Remember, guys, I didn't say it. I want you guys to see they use the word. Okay, they use the word. Remember, they use the word, not me. Trauma. This is trauma. I was able to address it through therapy, reading self-help books, and I know this process. I know this is a process I just can't get over. Like society or well-meaning family members are too quick to say. So they've talked about the same thing with their family, and their family have rightfully, by the way, gone, mate, it was just a shitty coworker, okay? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, lion man. Just continue, okay? That's what I would say. Like, if this was... Brianna's had coworkers, my fiance, she's had her coworkers this shit. I listen. I'd bitch with her, but yeah, that fucking bastard. But if she told me she went through trauma, I'd be like... I don't know. To be honest, I'd be scratching my beard for sure. You know, I'd be speechless if she said it was trauma. I'm like, I want to express it differently. A part of me fears that I've inherited some of this coworker's toxic traits. That's how that works, right? And I admit I've exhibited some of that sanctimonious, boundary-crossing, easily irritated behavior way before I encountered this person. Oh, so you're not? Oh, so you're flawed as well? So you're flawed as well, huh? Maybe being on the receiving end of such stream was a good lesson for me to reflect on. I also realized I won't always get things right, but I'm willing to listen, learn, and grow. And despite what's expected of me in most individualistic societal structures, there's absolutely no shame in asking for help. That's probably the only sentence you've said that actually makes sense to me. There is, in fact, no shame in asking for help, chat. That is the best thing this person said. There is, in fact, no shame in asking for help. But also, if you've ever experienced what this coworker's gone through, I'm sorry that happened. Fuck that bitch. But if you told me this story once, I'd be like, yeah, fuck that bitch. Get him out of here. If you told me this story the second time, I'd be like, yeah, man, this still a bitch. Hate him. Third time, yeah, man. Suck. Fourth time, like, get out of here, little nigga. Go man up. If you or someone you know has experienced similar mistreatment and is safe and comfortable for them to do so, I would say either try say something to this person as soon as possible, hopefully establish healthy boundaries, or report it to someone who'd be willing to listen. No one deserves to be disrespected, regardless of their job title or experience level. I'll admit I waited too long to report this. I know HR is usually looking out for the company rather than its employees, but I don't regret risking my career to put a troubled individual on notice. How very brave. How very stunning and brave. And this is the last one, chat. We're done. We're done after this. I thought I'd end this with a profound observation I heard on a podcast series. She Has a Name in it with Dr. Robin C. Smith shares her insights when it comes to trying to push someone you care about or presume to care about to open up or fix unsatisfying characters. Okay, it's just a quote. I don't care, to be honest. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 signed Lion Man. So guys, also, yeah, this doesn't exist. This doesn't exist, by the way. So Alfonso keeps saying, what are the comments? This doesn't exist. It's gone. It's gone. This person got rid of it. They got rid of it. And yeah, so it's fair to say the comments were not very nice to this person. And I read this entire thread going, where's the trauma? I like to think I'm quite sympathetic when people say they've gone through like hardships or like anything like that. I like to think I'm quite sympathetic. But so now you guys know why. When people make, now you know why I bookmark this. Because anytime someone makes one of these, it reminds me of the Lion Man thread. And I just think about this image. Why I'm mad at stupid baby shit a thread. And you know the worst part about this one is, by the way, this one here, why I'm upset at the design of like Genshin characters. At the end of this, they said they're still going to play Genshin Impact. So you're bothered by the character designs, but you're still going to play the game? Maybe you're not that bothered after all, loser. So yeah, guys, if you see this, this is the, if you see any drawn threads, just remember why I'm mad at stupid baby shit a thread. Oh man, so that was that. No, to be fair, the Genshin character designs are so bad. Yeah, okay, stop playing the game then! Fuck, stop playing it! It's a Chinese game, they don't give a shit about you! They hate black people! Chinese people hate black people in China! Sorry, Chinese people in China hate black people, okay? All of them do! What do you expect? They hate women as well, they hate minorities! They hate us! Why would you expect good character designs from them? No! They hate us! Because they hate us! Anyway, also, okay, just to leave on a light note, I don't know what genre of image this is, but I'm here for it, chat. Joe Biden drops out of re-election. There's like a whole genre of these images, by the way, and I love it. Cartoon characters reacting to historical events, and I'm here for it. Usually when these happen, I usually recognize maybe 2 or 3 of the characters. That's Vine Source Joel, Bart Simpson, Dr. Robotnik,